Happy though.
Oh, again, we'll sit here and wait and kind of let people come up. We'll see what notifications we get going on here. And we're live. We're gonna let some people load up here and people come on board with us. Not yet. I'm gonna give it a few minutes, then I'll welcome everybody.
Gee whiz.
Jeez. We jump over to the Spirit Realm Network real quick, see if it posted that we're live yet.
Yes, it did, because I just shared it on RIP.
Awesome. And I'll jump back over to RIP.
And we have a viewer. We have 2 viewers.
I don't know who we have viewing here. We're gonna let some people.
3.
Melissa, I see that's you. We got other people jumping on here. Let's share this thing with everyone. Share. We're going to get this shared out here to Riverside, Iowa Paranormal. Robin, Katie, Jamie. Hi, guys. Welcome. We got about a minute. We'll get started here. I want to give everybody what's going on out there.
I can't even see who.
That's all right.
Hi, Keena.
So now that people are jumping in here, we got all sorts of people coming here. I'm going to switch this over.
Awesome.
We got all sorts of people and friends and family. What's up?
Hey, Robin.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Into the Dark live here on the Spirit Realm Network. We are Riverside, Iowa Paranormal. I am Mr. Bill.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Jake.
Welcome, everybody. Tonight, we're going to have a fantastic time. Again, this show is with you guys. We want all your comments, everything that you guys want to talk about tonight. Just shoot us a line. We'll talk about it with you. We got a very specific line that we're going to go down tonight. Really want to kind of stick on that line. We want your guys' comments. Jake and I are going to monitor the comments here, and then Kelly's in the hot seat tonight. And yes, we have Kelly back with us tonight.
Yay!
Congratulations, Kelly, on level 1 and level 2 for your Reiki. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is just phenomenal. John and Kylie, you guys are out there, I see. Want to start off like we do every show. Want to send a big shout out and a thank you to all the men and women serving in the United States Armed Forces. Not just in the United States. We're going to change this up tonight to everyone that served in the armed forces around the world. Thank you for everything you guys are doing to keep the world at somewhat of a peace. And thank you to our men and women and our veterans here in the United States. Thank you guys very much to everything that you've done to help us out and make it so we can do stuff like this.
Yes,
It makes it
you.
fun.
And we do have some overseas that do watch us.
Yep,
They
Yeah,
come
we've
down.
got someone from Scotland right now.
Yeah,
We've had some, Afghanistan.
Yeah, we had some people from Kandahar, Afghanistan on the last show,
Yep.
which was
Oh,
awesome.
wow.
Guys, if you're watching tonight, thank you. Be safe from 2 veterans to you guys. Keep your head down, brothers, and come home safe. Your families are waiting for you guys. We want you to come home safe. We need to throw another shout out tonight because we are missing Michelle tonight.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with Michelle, other than what's normally wrong with Michelle. Michelle's up at the hospital. Her son, Tristan, had a pretty big surgery. Tristan, we want to send out to you from everyone on the Spirit Realm Network and everyone on Into the Dark and Riverside, Iowa Paranormal. Tristan, get well.
Yep.
We need your input on the show. Tristan's kind of our behind-the-scenes producer, commentator. He helps us out, helps me out with things that we've done wrong, which is normally a lot. So,
Tell you like it is.
yeah, Tristan will tell you like it is every single time. I'm going to share this on my page and tag every friend I've got. Done. Post. So now, tonight's topic is paranormal. Oh, I just spun your phone. That was funny. Is Paranormal 101. It's probably right down there somewhere. Paranormal 101. We're just, how to get started. We talk about all the time how we got started, and every one of us just, we've been interested. That was our last show. We were all interested in it a lot. And then the group got put together, and here we are. But there are certain things that we've talked about and we adhere to, which are kind of like the 10 commandments of the paranormal on ghost hunting. And I hate that word, ghost hunting. Paranormal investigation. I'm not going, but there's a ghost. No, not Elmer Fudd out here trying to make this thing work. But there are a lot of things, and we're going to discuss them again. Katie, I say big respect out to your two uncles out there in the Gulf War. That's where I was at, my initials. So thank you very much to those guys. When you look at a paranormal investigation and you look at the fact that you're going to do things and you're going to go along and do things, it's not something you just jump into, I don't think. What about you guys?
No, you don't. You can't just jump right into it because you never know. You can do something wrong.
So tonight we want to talk about things that you probably need to do.
Yes.
There is the very first one on the 10 Commandments of Ghost in Paranormal Investigation. I'm not going to use that other word. The 10 Commandments of Paranormal Investigation. One of the very first thing you really honestly need to do is be informed about the area
that you're going to go into.
Yeah.
You're going to investigate.
That's a big one. No, we did talk about, and Jake and I, you had a discussion about this. Mm-hmm. We talked about maybe not so much know what other people's experiences were in that investigation area, right, or what they saw, because we don't want to put that into the back of your mind, and then that's what you're looking for. We want you to have an open mind about this. But no more, try to do a little bit of investigation on the area, where that house sits, what was there beforehand. Like, I'm just going to use Edinburgh Manor. When we first started Edinburgh Manor, we noticed that, we found out, number one, Edinburgh Manor is what do you call it? My brain just went completely dead there. It started as a poor farm.
Yep.
Before it was a poor farm, it was nothing, but it was part of there was trails coming across it. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of history when it comes to areas to look at before you do it, because you may not be doing a whole investigation on the building and what happened there. You possibly could get things coming through that
from the land
itself.
Mm-hmm. That's why you can go to either the library or what is that other place? You might be able to get up at if you know some historian, you could get with them to find out.
Historical society.
Also, too, if it is something that is a private home or land or whatever, you need to get permission first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to get into that part there, that permission. Yeah. That's a really, really big one. But yeah, there's a lot of little things that you really need to do to just get yourself ready even to go there. Mm-hmm. Especially, even if you're going to go on a group investigation, like there's a lot of companies out there that take people on overnight tours all over the place. Yep. It doesn't hurt to take a look into the past and the history of that place before you get there. Mm-hmm. And we'll get into some of that stuff. Robin said the building she lives in has a lot of history, and Christina said Edinburgh was her first. Christina, my question was, did you go with us, or were we your first? I'll wait for that.
You guys were for my first formal one.
Yes, you were.
I had done some stuff just with friends, screwing around as a teenager. But you guys were my first formal investigation with you guys at Edinburgh.
Awesome. Edinburgh takes a lot of people's paranormal virginities.
Yes, they do.
I just said virginity on the air. So the next piece that we're going to look at here, hold on, I got some comments. I want to make sure you don't meet it. Yay, we were Christina's first. Yes. The next part of this whole piece of getting ready is be prepared. Now, be prepared isn't just a Boy Scout motto. It isn't just one of the Girl Scout mottos, but you have to be prepared for not just mentally, but physically. Mm-hmm. Don't go in, and my thing is, and this was where it got me. As y'all can't tell, the camera does add a little bit of weight, but not that much. It's already here. When you when you go to an area, be prepared of how many steps are in that building. First of all, if you're going up and down steps a lot, if you're not somewhat ready for it, I mean, you don't have to be big like me. You can be tiny like these guys. it'll wear your ass
Yeah.
out.
Mm-hmm.
It'll bring you down and bring you down hard. Going, oh, okay, we went upstairs. I'm waiting you. I'll stay up here all night long. I ain't going
Well,
to,
and it doesn't even have to be stairs. It could just be sheer square footage that you're covering.
Yeah.
I know we've been a few places where just the amount of space between active spots is so large that it takes a
Yeah.
lot of energy to go from one place to the next.
Yeah.
And we don't even go up or down stairs.
True.
Yeah, and the other part of it, and Christina brought it up, and was really, really true. One of the big things is
Mm-hmm.
physically, yeah, when it's cold outside, and you're right, Christina, it was dang cold.
Oh yeah, it was like what
Mhm.
negative
-30 out, well, -40 outside with a wind chill of -60, but inside the building was -30.
Yeah.
And it was just cold. It was so bitter that it froze you to your bones. So you had to be not only just be prepared mentally, but physically for that. But
And you need to make sure that if you do go into an investigation, that make sure you have the proper clothing in case
Yes.
it is really cold.
yeah, Melissa, hi, flip flop,
Flip-flop.
flip.
Well, and with that too, be aware of environmental hazards. You know,
Yes, yes.
is there asbestos in the building? Is there a lot of loose debris that you need to be aware of, especially when you're in the dark?
One of the things
Yeah.
we do carry in our kits are the little white masks.
Yes.
If you're going, and that's, and that brings me to kind of the next piece of it. You're being prepared is also your equipment.
Mm.
Knowing your equipment, and we're going to do a show on nothing but equipment and things that we think you should have, and it doesn't mean you have to carry 1,500 pieces of equipment with you,
No.
but it does, you should start off with some basic stuff to bring with you. And Kelly brought up a really good point a little while ago when we were just sitting here talking. Hi, Lydia. Hey, Missa. One of the things that most people don't carry is a first aid kit.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That should be one of the biggest things that you should have there.
Yeah, and just in case if either you or one of your guests happen to fall or, scrape the wall with their hand and get cut or something, so that way you have that to put on them. I just lost my train of thought.
But here's so if you go back to the whole basic equipment piece of it, there's one of the things you really, really want to make sure that you have. Well, there's actually a list of them. You want to make sure you got plenty of extra batteries. How many times have we had equipment just go dead
Lots,
for no
lots
reason
of
whatsoever?
times, and we
The
had
cold
batteries.
does have a lot to do with it. The heat will have something to do with it. But if you get a camcorder or something going and it just drains the energy out of it,
And you
Oh,
already charged it
yeah.
up.
You want to make sure you have a clean camera lens for like video or camera, and something to clean it with. Plenty of memory cards. I'm going to turn that TV down as soon as I find the remote. There's a remote laying around here somewhere for that TV.
Right in front of you.
Right in front of me. Make sure you have plenty of memory cards for your camera or your camcorders, in your digital voice recorders. And if you're using the old-fashioned camcorders or recorders, make sure you got extra tape.
Oh yeah.
Cassettes. A book, something to write in, a little notebook. When something happens, you want to make sure that you have, if you
Write it down, what the time
Yeah.
is, what you thought it was, so that way when you go back to review your video or the voice recorder or whatever it is that you're using, you can go back, okay, this is the time, this was, okay, let's listen to it, let's see it.
Hi,
Okay.
Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
So yeah, you really want to do it. And flashlights.
Yes. That is very, very important that you have flashlights because
How many? Wait. Question. How many flashlights do you carry in your bag?
Usually 2 or 3.
How many do you have in your bag?
Usually about 3 or 4.
How many
I
are-
plus one in my pocket.
Take a guess at how many are in mine.
50
About
trillion.
5 or 6,
There's
7.
13 of them in that one pouch right now.
I think all of mine are actually yours that you've given to.
It doesn't hurt because we get. How many people time we get somebody that comes up and goes, "Oh, I didn't bring a flashlight. Here, take a flashlight because I don't want you walking around this place. Well, I'll give it back to you. Do I ever get them back? No.
No,
But I'll never give up my good flashlight. That's the one I never give
No,
away.
yeah. But it's very important you do because there are places that you can go into that are really, really dark. and you never know. It could be hanging down from the ceiling, or
Sticking
maybe
up from the
sticking
ground.
up,
Yep.
yeah, sticking whatever up from the ground.
I
or
got
whatever.
to do this comment Jamie put on here, and Jamie, you're right. You're definitely going to need a first aid kit for Melissa, especially the guests you guys bring when one goes one way and
The
one
other
goes
goes
the
the
other
other.
way.
Boom.
That was really funny.
So that was hilarious. We talked about that one already. We won't go into that. And also on that equipment piece of it, you want to also, it never hurts to spot check each other.
Right.
You know, what do you have? Are you sure? Do they work? Does this work? Does that work? Did you charge? You know, if you know you're going to go Saturday night to an investigation, starting on Monday or Tuesday, you should be calling each other.
Yeah.
What do we have? Or get together and lay everything out. Do we have everything we need? And then pack up and go, okay, did we get everything? Well, then you end up unpacking and packing and unpacking and packing and unpacking and
And
packing.
then when you do get everything together, put it in one area so
Mhm.
that way you know, okay, this is what we're going to take, this is what we want. Then that way, when it's time for you to go, you can go ahead, put it up into your vehicle, and then you have it.
Definitely. Definitely. My brain went completely dead there.
That little silence there.
Squirrel. Oh,
Don't knock it over. Calm down
the
here.
belly got in the way again.
Hello.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
It's getting too excited.
I had a cup of
here.
coffee a little while ago, and now it's starting to get
Talking about being prepared.
the next thing, and this is probably one of the biggest ones we can, and probably the most serious, that it's going to get you in trouble. Don't trespass.
Mm-mm.
You need to make sure you have permissions from everyone that you think that you could need to have permissions from. One of the biggest things is a lot of people do is they'll do cemeteries,
Yep.
and they'll think, well, it's public property. No, it's not.
9 times out of 10, no, it's not.
9 times, yeah, it belongs to the church.
Yeah.
And the church has, geez, Christina, leave me alone. The church has specific rules and guidelines for their cemeteries.
Mhm.
Don't just think that because it's open and there's no gate that you can just go in anytime you want. You will get in trouble for it.
Yep.
But it's also 90% of the cemeteries that we've ever worked with and been to, when we call the church and we tell them, you know, we'd like to go out there and just for a few hours in the evening and go out and do something, 90% of them say, as long as you're not doing something satanic, you know,
Right.
whatever, and trying to,
You're not
Or
trying to
summon the devil.
desecrating
Yep,
any
do it.
grave.
and they may want to see your footage that you take. They're 100% okay with it.
Yep.
And it never hurts once you have permission there. Drew,
Hi,
Brittany!
Drew.
And Brittany.
Brittany.
what's up?
Yes, Michelle, don't forget to take the powder.
We'll get to the powder, Michelle. Jeez. But when you get your permission to go to, say, a cemetery or a public place, once you have permission and you have that person's name and stuff that gave you permission, call the cops.
Mhm.
Call the local police department and say, here's the person's number that that I got it from. That way they can verify, because how many times have we had the cops called on us? Several.
Yep.
Where we go out to a location, all of a sudden the cops show up and we're like, we have permission to be there,
Mhm.
but it's just you 2 steps back, here's the person's name and number,
Mhm.
let them
Mhm.
call, and yes, we have permission to be there. Robin said, yeah, Robin said he had to talk to his area before he go into a cemetery.
It's just like hunting. Jamie says it's just like hunting, you know.
Yep.
You have to get permission if you
Mhm.
want to go on their property.
Drew says it keeps furzing. Drew,
Keeps
what's
freezing.
furzing? What's furzing? Ferrz.
Yeah, that's what he typed.
Furzing. So yes, please make sure that you don't get in trouble. And even going into old buildings.
Mhm.
There's a lot of old buildings out there, and if you're driving around in the country and you see an old building that you would like to do, honestly, stop and talk to one of the farmers around that area. They're going to know who owns that property.
Mhm.
They may be the ones that owns that property. They may actually turn around and go, well, if you're going there, let me tell you some stories because we own it and we'll let you go in. You know, this is what we're going to talk to you about. We want you to talk to so-and-so and then try to get this information and then come back and tell us what you find.
Yeah.
Because they're just as much interested in it as you are.
Oh yeah.
They just don't want to tell people that you know that they're they're all up in that and want to be completely interested in the whole thing. Larry, what's happening?
Hi, Larry.
Oh, another from Scotland.
Morning from Scotland, Pauline. What's
Wow.
going on? So the next piece on this one that we're going to go to, we're number 4, is probably one of the biggest ones. Besides the don't trespass.
Yeah. Well, there's one other one, but we'll get
Yeah.
to that one too.
Is be respectful. A big part of your ghost hunting's group reputation is based.
Paranormal investigating.
Sorry,
You
is
said you
based.
didn't want to
I
do
know
those, say it.
is based on how respectful it is
Mhm.
to the property being investigated, to any of the clients that might be involved, to the property owners. Because remember, the property owner may not be there, and you got to watch out for the property. The property owner and the clients, they want to feel as comfortable as they can that your group is not going to be destructive in any way, shape, or form,
Mhm.
and that you're not going to steal anything. How many? We go into a lot of places where there's still furniture in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's still, people just have not taken anything out of there.
I mean, besides furniture, a lot of times it's the antiques,
Yes.
it's breakable stuff, and so
Well, look at our. Here's my sponsor tag.
yeah,
the McIntyre Villa.
Mm-hmm.
That is a beautiful place.
Yeah.
We did have a little accident. Our very first investigation there. One of the chairs got broke. Stephanie
Actually,
and
it wasn't the chair. It was like
the
a love seat
yeah.
type thing. But
Stephanie and
they-
Jeff, we told them about it right away. Asked them, hey, what do you want us to do? And Jeff was real cool. He pretty much came out and said, "It's old. They break." Got it.
and he fixed it.
Yep.
He went. All he had to do was just nail it back together, and it was fine. So it happens,
So-
but
So right there, I mean, you're looking at. Keena says she's seen
Really?
doorknobs stolen. What?
seriously,
Who steals a doorknob?
wow.
How do you get
Well,
out?
It depends on what. I don't know.
Once I get a doorknob, I'm stuck in this house forever. But no, it's when just if something happens, tell them about it.
Yep. Tell the owner about
Talk
it.
to the owner. I mean, and then if they may come through and tell you up front, hey, listen, it's old.
Yeah.
Be careful. Things might break. If it does, no big deal.
As long as you let them know up front, like Bill was saying, it's good. But it's if you don't even tell them anything, and all of a sudden they come into their back home and they see that something is broke, they're going to be like, "What happened here?" And then they're going to be getting mad. Then they're going to be calling you up saying, "What is going on?" So, as I say, be respectful and let them know ahead as soon as you know.
Keena, it doesn't matter if it was a closet door handle. It's still someone stole something.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that one. And that goes down to the other piece of the respect part of it is be respectful to your own team members.
Yes.
Your paranormal investigation groups, do we get scared and want to frighten and run?
Yeah.
You should see the Jake dance. Maybe we'll have that sometime come out and we'll show it live on here. You need to be as respectful as you possibly can to each other. Some people don't like dolls. Some people don't want to be anywhere near dolls. I'm getting a dirty look from right there. And it's not you, it's that picture of Michelle sitting right here going.
And clowns.
And clowns. Send all your clowns and dolls in care of Riverside, Iowa Paranormal. Attention, Michelle. No, just kidding. Don't do that because
No,
she'll
don't
shoot
do
me.
that. Mm.
But some people are very afraid of that kind of stuff, and there's just little things. Know your team members. Spend time together. Don't just go on hunts with each other. Spend time together. Sometimes we
What they like and what they don't like.
know each other's breathing.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell by not only just because we're married, but I can tell by your breathing when something's not right. I can tell by Jake's now too.
I can tell. I don't know about you, but I can tell with Michelle.
Oh my
when
God.
something
Oh,
is
yeah.
Michelle's
wrong.
not the. Michelle's. Are you having a heart attack? Or are you scared, Michelle?
Or she's standing there with her hands in her pockets, like, okay, like, all right, Michelle. calm
Yeah,
down."
just be as.
know their what's the word I want? Know their-
Idiosyncrasies.
Oh, that's not the word I was looking for, but the
Habits.
signs, their habits, their signs, and their, as
Oh,
you said, breathing.
Their idiosyncrasies.
Well,
Okay,
and
fine, whatever.
look, I mean, not it's one thing to say know those signs about your team members, but then you got to take that one step further and make sure you're looking out for each other.
Yes.
Definitely.
Because if you know that if someone's exhibiting signs of them being in distress, and you leave them in that situation, that could be dangerous.
Definitely.
It could be dangerous to you based on how they react. It could be harmful to that person's health.
Yes.
Definitely.
Definitely.
But the other part of it, wait, hold on. In Michelle, you're right. Dolls and clowns. Christina, Melissa, and Jamie.
Spend every day
together, literally. I'm sorry. Please, let me express our most humble
Exactly,
apology
Larry.
at this
Know
point
their
in time.
mannerisms.
Mannerism. That's what I would. Thank you, Larry. That's
Thanks,
what
Larry.
I was looking for. Thank you.
But there's one other piece of this respect that you need to be respectful to is show your respect to the investigatee, the ghost or the spirit.
Yeah.
So many investigators start off by trying to be this confrontational push. I'm going to kick your ass. Don't be rude, obnoxious when you're trying to elicit a response. We get better responses when we're laughing and joking
Yes, we do.
and just talking normal.
Mhm.
I know everybody out there has seen a lot of things on TV. Oh my God. Where do we start with the TV thing? I know that's a whole nother show.
Let's just leave that.
Just because what they do on TV, remember, that's for TV.
Right.
When we go in, it's, you want to invite them to talk to you. Be respectful.
Mhm.
A lot of people go in with the whole, with the love and light going through. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, talk to them like you would talk to your best friend.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing you can do. Just talk to them. Be respectful. You don't have to piss them off every time just to get a response.
No.
That's the only thing you're going to do is, number one, you're going to push things in a way you don't want it to go.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to end up just really not having a very good investigation. I've had the spirits rip the door right off its hinges and close the bed. What? I've had the spirit rip off a door from its hinges right after I closed the door,
The bedroom door.
bedroom door. Damn.
Wow.
Melissa says, Bill, that hurts my head.
Hurts my heart.
Oh, heart.
Dang, dude.
I went to a public school. Thank you very much for playing along.
Now, Christina brought up an interesting question.
What's that?
Do we think that spirits are more likely to be more responsive if we're respectful to them?
Yes, I believe so.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, with us, there's a lot of times that we've been in doing investigation. All of a sudden, we're starting to laugh and everything, and all of a sudden, it's like, "Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that?" Or the EMFs are going off, or something like that. And it's like they like to hear the laughter, the humor, and stuff like that, instead of like, well,
Well, if you think about it, spirits in what we're investigating were once alive. They used to laugh and they used to have a good time. They were human. They got to respond. I mean, when you go,
say a living person,
when you go to a place, or you go to wherever you work, and you're there, and someone's being a total jackass, you don't want to be around them.
No.
But when someone's being, they're laughing and people are trying to have a good time, it seems like it's a better work environment.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the same thing, I think. So, all right.
You get more with honey than you do with vinegar.
Bingo.
That's right.
Bingo. So the next one on our list is "Thou shalt not venture off on thine own."
Very, 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 very important on that.
All right. So give me start with Jake. Wait, hold on. Let's see what we got here. Hello, Drew. He got it working. Hi, Drew. About time, Drew. So I'm gonna start with Jake.
Okay.
What's your number one? And just give me your number one reason why people should not venture off on their own, going to do something by themselves.
The obvious one, and the first one that pops in my head, is it's dark. So if someone doesn't have a computer, a camera, and they're not looking through that tiny little LCD screen, but somebody else is, like, warn them if they're going to walk into a wall.
Yes.
Because I knew that's where you were going with it.
No, I wasn't actually.
You brought it up.
So okay.
But I mean, that goes back to that. Make sure you're looking out for each other.
And I want your guys' question. I want to know why you guys. What's your biggest thing about never going off on your own? I want to know your comments too. So send them on in. But Kelly, number one reason.
Well, my number one reason is especially if you're in an area and you don't know it and you start wandering off, even though you have a flashlight, you could wander off into an area that nobody has been, and you could get lost. And then we're like, hello, we're missing somebody, and then we have to go and look for you. So that's why you should never ever go off on your own. And plus, if you're out on your own and you get hurt, and you don't have anybody with you, and you don't have a walkie-talkie or something like that, how was anybody going to know that you were hurt or passed out or knocked out or whatever?
Yeah.
So
Mine is kind of a different piece of it. I agree with both what you're saying. There's a safety factor. There's don't go to a place and don't tell anybody you're going to go. Mine's a little bit different. Mine is kind of a different reason for it, because I think if something happens, not in a bad way, but you see, say, a full body apparition, if someone else is with you, you've got somebody else not only to jump behind and push in front of, but you've got somebody else to come
another
back.
eyewitness.
Another eyewitness. Yep. 2 sets of eyes is always better than one.
Yep.
I mean, come on. As Kylie said, and don't forget that you have to leave those spirits there with the people who work and love with them when you leave. Always be respectful. Very good.
Thank you, Kylie.
Thank you, Kylie. So yeah, it's if you
Jamie says the buddy system.
good one. Yeah.
Yep. That's
definitely.
that kind of goes back to that safety piece a little bit. Yep.
Right.
Safety first, safety first, safety first. In case of, Jamie says, in case of injury. Christina said, I like to have a witness to my experience. Exactly. Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
'Cause
Witnesses.
if you don't have somebody with you and you actually saw something, and you're telling, excuse me, and you're telling somebody about that, they're not going to believe you. Like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Just like Tina just said, validation.
There you go.
That's awesome. Oh, Christina said, black shadow people, I do not like them. I do not like, they like to attack. Well, yeah, you're in the dark.
She's going to get you.
I know she did. This one needs a little bit of explanation. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Now I'm going to read this. Or thou shalt not fake evidence.
Yes.
TV,
That is a
TV
big
shows,
no.
TV shows. For those who don't know, bearing false witness means lying. And if you're going to falsify, exaggerate, or otherwise alter evidence, then why are you doing an investigation? How many times do we go on an investigation and we don't get anything?
Oh, there's been lots.
There's hundreds of hours of tape sitting over, or video and sound sitting over there. There's just nothing on.
Nope.
It's just, we're not going to lie about it and go, well, we got this and we got this and I think that's this, and then tell everybody and then put something behind it. See, we're never going to falsify a thing, but there's times we just don't get anything.
Right.
And it's hard to understand. So falsifying or exaggerating a site or a manufacturing an EVP or photoshopping a picture and other evidence tampering and passing them off as a genuine paranormal investigation is a mortal sin.
Yeah.
Honestly, because you're just lying.
Yep. And then because if you're falsifying and you're exaggerating everything, why are you even doing any of this?
Right.
Yeah.
But why do people do it? Attention. Look at me. Look what I found. Look what I got.
They want that 5 minutes of fame and whatever. That's not what we're about. We don't want that 5 minutes.
Not
of fame.
everything is demonic.
No.
We won't go there tonight, though.
No.
Let's see what we got down here. Oh, we're stopped at the black shadow people. We're still there. The next one is thou shalt be skeptical. I knew what I was saying. I just moved it and went, where'd it go? I think the best paranormal investigator is a skeptical paranormal investigator.
Yes, the skeptics. Oh my gosh, it is, because we've had plenty plenty of skeptics wherever we've
Mhm.
gone, and they go, oh yeah, okay, whatever, and
How-
then the next thing you know, they're like, help,
We've heard it,
something just touched me or whatever, and then after that they're
and we've heard it over and over and over and over again. I'm just here because my wife made me come.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the wives are sitting around going, I'm tired. We'll go, where's your husband? The two husbands took off. They're out catching. So they'll come back and they'll go, look at this, look at this. What is this? What did I get this? What is this right here?
Yep.
Oh, we're going out again. Bye.
yeah, because they
But they show up and they're skeptical. And I always tell everybody the best place to be skeptical is when you first walk in the door. Forget every
Yeah.
preconceived notion. We've talked about that all the time. Let all that go. Let everything you have go. Why do you think spirit is more active sometimes than others?
Why are people more active sometimes than others? I mean, can't that idea be extrapolated?
Jake uses big words.
You're using big words, and you took the words right out of my mouth. That's why I was just thinking that.
So in other words, couldn't that idea be extended onto the non-living as well?
You could.
Because if we've been
Are
referring,
you saying spirits and ghosts get tired? Oh, it's been haunting for 27 hours. I'm going to bed.
well, but I mean, think about it in terms of the respect thing.
True.
You know, if they, I mean, like if someone calls me, you know, a derogatory name or is just being mean, I'm like, I ain't gonna help you. I'm not gonna do anything for you.
True.
But then if someone does go in with a respectful manner and that sort of mentality, then I'm gonna be a lot more likely to do something for them.
Mhm.
So that could be part of it. I also think just the energies that you're with could make a difference. I mean, there are places we've been to several times, and different groups and different interactions and group dynamics totally changes the experience that
True.
you'll have from night to night.
Very true.
Yep.
Very true.
But it's also the way your attitude is too.
Mhm.
You know, so
Christina said where to go. My last home was very haunted. I ended up selling it and found out there were 2 suicides in the place.
that's a different Christine.
Well, I'm just reading Christine.
Okay.
That's wild, though.
Yeah.
Tana.
Hi,
Hi.
Tana.
And
That's
Jake, though,
what
everybody's
it is,
agreeing
yeah.
with you.
Jake.
I think I confused Melissa.
Napping ghost is Melissa says a napping ghost is her
Yes.
spirit animal.
Yes, I agree.
Jeff, what's going on, buddy? Can it be based on the energy of the spirits? Can it be
Yeah.
based off the energy the spirits?
On the energies of energy
The spirits.
on the energy the spirits.
Jamie, quit drinking and typing at the same time. That's my job. Let's see. It was a very good answer. It's true respect goes a long way in the spirit realm. Yes, it does.
Yes.
Hi,
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Let's see. How are we doing tonight, Jeff? We're doing good. Stephanie's now going to get attacked by Michelle for a little while because it's been 30 minutes and we've been on here. She just now got on. No, okay. So yeah, being skeptical is one thing we like. We like it when people are skeptics. We try to be skeptical. I'm probably the biggest skeptic out of the entire group,
You are.
but I'm also the one that likes to debunk every damn thing I can. I have to. If I can't figure it out, then I'll look at it and go, well, maybe, maybe not, but it's there and I can't explain it.
Well, we all try to debunk. You know,
Yes.
we look at something and then we're just like,
If you
let's
can't find a
see.
plausible explanation for a door slamming or a door like she said on here, a door ripped off its hinges,
Mhm.
then guess what? Something doesn't like you there.
Mm-mm.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
Be skeptical.
And now y'all know why I use big words.
Be skeptical. Shut up, Jake. Being skeptical will make any possible genuine evidence more valuable. If you can prove that it didn't make a sound or something didn't, it didn't do what it's supposed to do, then you're doing just fine. Thou shalt not cover thy neighbor's
Covet.
Covet.
What'd I say? Cover.
Cover.
Yeah. American Shul.
Here, take a little blanket.
Thank you. In other words, don't steal people's crap.
No.
Stop trying to pass something off on your own. EVPs, pictures,
Yep.
videos, everything. If you're borrowing it for other groups, give credit to them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we were out the other night and Joe Blow Snuffy's group was with us, and look what they caught. And we want to show you guys. You're going to see some of that here on the show. We're actually going to talk about stuff like that. Don't steal people's shit. It's plain and simple. Case dismissed, Your Honor. Let's see what we got down here. I
blessed
believe it has a lot to do with the energy the group brings too. That's right. Hello to all from Jeff.
Michelle said something.
What did Michelle say?
She said
Things are going great.
Yep, she's answered. Skeptical is a good thing because not everything in the paranormal activity.
This is why validation is so important.
Very good. Christina's laughing at me. I already know that because I can't read. I've seen a spirit lock others out of places if they don't want them there. Wow. We got to investigate with her.
I've seen spirits lock others out of places if they don't want them there. Wow.
So let's see. Kristen, we're talking about Paranormal 101. The basics of it, getting started, and the things you should do and should not do. Lesson of the night. Don't, Christina, you're right. Don't steal people's shit.
That's right.
So what's the next one on my hit list out there? This is a big one. Know your limits.
Mm-hmm.
Know what you can and can't do. Don't push yourself. It doesn't happen very often, but on occasion, paranormal investigation can get rather intense. We've seen that. We've all been through that.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenon might be taking place that you do not have the experience or the skills to deal with.
That's true. That's true.
Locked in my own mind, if you ever saw that video. Know your limitations and what you're able to handle. You might have to call in or turn over the investigation to more experienced people. Particularly if there's physical attacks.
Yes, physical attacks, that does happen.
Again, there are very rare cases, but they can happen, and you should plan for what to do. You need to know when to say, this isn't right.
Yeah.
Or in Michelle's words, we need to know when to call the church. Call in somebody holier to thou and get somebody else over there to kind of help out. You've got to know when to do that.
Oh, Kina was with you and Michelle at McIntyre in April.
It's good to make sure Bill read it right. Who?
Kina was with you and Michelle at McIntyre Villa in April.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in April, yes. Yes.
Christina was there when I broke my ribs. Yeah, we won't go into that tonight. P.S. Just wanted to check in, going to bed. Jeff, have a good night, Jeff.
Yes, Edlin. Yep. Don't conjure what you can't banish.
Amen to that.
True. That's true.
Amen to that.
That's true.
Jamie says, Farrar drained me out of my energy. First time it's ever happened. Yeah, how many times can we all say that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, just know your limits. Know what you can and can't do. And get some freaking sleep before you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Bill.
What?
You don't sleep.
I don't sleep now. Why would I sleep when I'm going to go there? And this is what we don't do here on the show. Be professional at all times. No, I was kidding. Be as professional as you can. The last 10 commandments, this last commandment is one that commandment is one that overreaches and includes all others. Be professional.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't disrespect your own team. Don't disrespect the people that are around you. You have to be respectful and to be honest. You got to be forthright, ethical,
Mm-hmm.
the highest degree of integrity. Without these things, your group is doomed for failure before it's even gotten started. Now, I hate that word that's on that screen.
There's a lot of words on that screen.
The term professional means you get paid to do what you do. I want to read this next piece because I think it's thou shalt not charge for thine investigation. If you're truly into this to do paranormal research and paranormal investigations, why would you charge someone to go to their home to help them out? Why would you charge? Now, I'm not talking the group investigations where you pay to go into a building all night long for 8 to 12 hours because you're paying for the experience. But if someone calls your group, we get calls all the time to go help someone in a home, to help just take care of someone, especially when there's children involved. We've had people say, well, this group said they'd come in, but it would cost me $300 up front, and then they'd send me the rest of the bill. Hang up. Don't ever reply to that email. Block them. Block them on your email. Block everything about it. Then call us. Again, like we talked last week, even if we're not in the same area you are, we're not even on the same continent, we're not in the same part of the world, give us a shout. Michelle has a list of people around the world that do not charge for this.
Yep. Very trustworthy.
Very trustworthy
Very
group.
trustworthy.
It's so hard to get through people's heads that we don't charge. Jamie, what the heck?
Boy, Jamie's really on you tonight, isn't she?
Wow.
Christine says, yes, that is why I moved when my daughter was being pulled off her bed and I was pulling to get her
broke free from the spirit's grip. Definitely know your limits and safety.
Yes.
Shannon! What's happening, Shannon? Wow. Bill Big Tree Fall Hard. That brings back pain. No.
Yeah, I bet.
It hurt.
Tree fall on you?
Oh my God.
It's okay. We're really good right now.
Are you being sarcastic, Kelly?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm being sarcastic.
I hope so. So now I want to put I want you to ask your question. We talked about a question before the show. I want you to ask, and we're gonna just start answering. We're gonna let everybody answer. So you go for it, and then I want Kelly to answer that question too, and I'll answer mine. But you get asked that one.
So my question is, what is one thing you would have liked to know before you started investigating?
That's pretty broad, but that's a good question. To you guys, what's one thing you would have liked to have known before you started doing any investigations?
I don't know. I just drew a kind of a blank there. I don't know.
What has come up in the past, or something that's come up in the past that even if whether you've told us or not, and you want to tell us or you don't want to, I'm going to make you. I love you too. That you looked at and went, I wish I would have known that before I started doing this.
You mean before being a paranormal
Yep.
investigator?
Before,
My
your ability?
yes, thank you. The ability that I have. I wish I would have known before, so that way.
Because yours has been developing since we started doing this.
Yes,
and it's
it
getting
has.
stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yes, it has. And so I believe that I probably had it all that time, and maybe I had those that kind of feelings or whatever, but I just didn't know what they were.
Michelle says if there are dolls
and clowns in the building.
Tina says how to properly protect yourself.
That's a good one.
That
That's
is
very
what
important.
We always do.
Shannon
always try
says
to-
how to open up more. What else we got down here? Melissa said that she was Shannon. How to open up more. I would have liked to have known how this would affect me after the. Oh, that's a good one. After the investigation, that is a really good one. I'm going to tell you what I wish I'd have known, and this sounds pretty petty, but the damn cost.
Oh.
And
it can get expensive.
This can get expensive.
Yep.
If I could turn the camera around right now and show you the wall of equipment over there that we paid for, and again, we pay for this out. Everybody pays for it out of their own pocket at some point in time. It's expensive.
And if you do go to get equipment, read up on it first to see how well it is, because you could buy this.
You can waste a lot of money.
You could waste a lot of money on piddly stuff that doesn't work, and But if you read up on it or ask, or like us, or if you know a really good paranormal group, ask them, okay, what kind of equipment do you use? What do you recommend?
Well, actually, and one of the other things I wish we would have done before we jumped right into doing things, and we've gotten to the point we are now, is found a group and asked them if we could tag along.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's something I mean, you could do. There's nothing. What's the worst they're going to say? No. Okay,
I mean,
then no.
that's what
If
I
you are-
did.
If yeah, you did with us. And if you're going to get into the paranormal investigation, like Bill says, see if there is a group, or go to an event and see how investigations are,
Mhm.
and see, okay, and to find out exactly, is this what I really want to do?
Yep.
You have to be sure this is what you want to do, because there is a lot that is involved in all of this. I mean, there's just the mental capacity, your physical, everything, and but
Emotional.
if you go emotional,
And that emotional goes another way too, because it affects all of us emotionally.
yes, it
It
does.
affects a lot of people emotionally. But one of the things that people don't take into consideration is the emotional effect that it has on your family.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We've talked to a lot of people, and this is something that I know Kelly has seen that on my side of the family that we've experienced. The somewhat shunning.
Hmm.
You're doing that ghost stuff. Nope, I don't want to talk to you. That's your own brothers and family members pushing you away. That was a really tough one for me to swallow in the very beginning, watching people just go, I don't think, and putting us down, telling you, oh, there's no way, you're not going to do this, blah, blah, blah. And it kept on going on until you almost stopped contact with your own family members. That was a tough one, is that emotional side of it.
My family, they're like, oh,
Your family's, I love your family. They're somewhat weird.
they think it's pretty cool.
Like Jamie said, the expanding expenses. It's not. Keena said it's not cheap with all the equipment and the fees to investigate historical properties.
Mhm.
Again, yeah, definitely agree on that one.
And Michelle says, but it's
Worth it when you are helping a family in need.
Yep.
It is.
Oh.
It makes you, because when we go in and we're helping these families, and then we do what we need to do, and then we get the feedback from them and saying, hey, everything is going great. I don't know what you guys did, but thank you.
And
And
sometimes that feedback actually gives us personal closure,
yeah.
and we can kind of go, okay, great. Christina says I have to learn to put up mental walls to protect myself, and I also know how to lower them when I need to, when I needed spirits since I was a child. So yeah, there's a lot. No, Melissa, you can't tag along with us. Just kidding. He said also traveling to new places gets costly.
Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
it does.
It does.
That's the other reason if you travel with a group, you split costs.
That's
You
right.
save money.
Yep.
Let's see. That's how y'all ended up with Jamie. Yeah. Jamie said her siblings were the same way. I'm really sorry to hear that, Jamie. But you know what? We got you back. Now we're all family.
Yep.
Melissa says her family does it with her. Jamie said
Talking me out of going on an investigation.
Oh, they tried to talk you out of going on an investigation?
Wow.
Wow, we could turn this into
Well,
a Dr. Phil moment
They
right
may
here.
have been thinking about her safety and stuff too. We don't know.
That's
the
true.
situation
That's true.
about
That's
it,
true.
You know?
True. There's some background that we need to know before we can get into this, and we can talk and we can have a mental discussion on all the different things that are going on right now. But we won't go there tonight. So, I don't drink much. So let's do a quick rundown. We got less than 10 minutes here. So number one, don't go alone.
Oh, that is a very, very big
Number
one.
two, research your location.
Yep.
This one's really good. Check it out during the day. See, you can go during the day.
Yeah.
Getting a layout in your mind, a mental picture of the layout of the building during the day.
Yes.
Like we were talking trip hazards and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Go there and look at this thing during the day.
But also too, when you go in there during the daytime too, check to see if there's any other stuff that somebody could have
Set up stuff.
Set up stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the word I'm trying.
Don't go alone. Check it out during the day. Be prepared. Again, like one of the easiest pieces of being prepared is have that first aid kit. Check your equipment beforehand. Just kind of go all throughout everything. Spend time with your equipment when you're not doing an investigation.
Yeah.
Set it up.
Mhm.
Push the little button. See what explodes. See what lens shoots off. See if you can,
What's normal for that piece of equipment, especially if it's new and you've never worked with it before.
Right.
or it's over there somewhere, or you're building your own equipment.
Mhm.
You have to figure out a baseline for that of your own equipment, like I do. Dress appropriately for the investigation you're going on into the location.
The
If you're
weather
going
area.
to Iowa in February, guess what? It's
Don't
gonna
wear
be
shorts and
frickin'
flip-flops.
cold. Or in February too. We did.
Oh yeah, in February.
Don't
And
wear
March.
flip flops. Flip flops. I've been waiting only to say that. Protect yourself, not just mentally and physically, but prayer never hurts.
However way, if saying a prayer isn't good for you, just any other kind of protection that you want to do, whether you have a
Beverly,
stone
what's
on
happening?
it or
Wait, I love Jamie's.
Always know where the bathroom is.
true.
If you're on the 7th floor and that's a porta potty outside,
Have fun.
yeah. Yeah, but back to the whole thing. Prepare yourself mentally and spiritually. Give yourself some protection and some guidance. Don't just charge in like a running bull in a frickin' china shop.
Oh gosh, no.
Mhm.
You're going to get hurt. You're not going to get anything. Talk to the spirits like they're living.
Mhm.
Sit down and go, you know what? Be respectful.
Mhm.
That's one of the big ones. Follow your instincts when you're taking pictures and you're doing. If you think you're hearing something, it's little recorders.
Yep.
One of the wonderful things. And if you don't want to carry this around in your hand, you ever notice on the side there's a thing that says line in? Get a little lapel mic, turn it on, hit record, drop that thing in your pocket. It's recording all the time. Then you don't have to worry about it. It timestamps it too for you. Helps out. Just know what you've got, know what it's at, know where it's at, know what you're doing. Follow your instincts when something tells you, says it in that little voice in the back of your head that you don't always listen to, going, I don't think we should be here. This ain't right.
Mhm.
Something's not right.
A lot of times you'll hear us say it, something will come across one of the boxes and go, get out, I'm gonna kill you. Brr. Do we leave?
No.
No. But when a knife flies across the wall and flies across the room and sticks in the wall, I'm a big target. I'm getting the hell out of there.
Mhm.
Let's see.
And take lots of photos. The more pictures you take, the better chance that you'll catch something. Especially if you're going to take a picture, take it 3 times.
Always
Because
3.
you look at it, the first one, okay, mean nothing. Second, could be. The third one, could be something more. They always say, do it in 3s.
And yeah, Christina brought something up. You have a recorder on your phone. What?
Jamie's.
When in doubt, channel Aretha Franklin. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. Sorry.
Hey, usually I'm the one who does all that.
I know.
Change the switch tonight.
Have a conversation with that's a great one. Have a conversation with the spirits.
Yep.
Don't treat them. Don't be annoying.
Yeah,
I mean,
just sit there, ask them questions, and you may get answers, and you may not.
Yeah, and you like Kina said, you may get the word "get out" a lot.
Oh yeah.
We get that all the time.
Oh yeah, all the time.
But question them. Why do you want me to leave? Is there something you're hiding? I'd like to really see what you're talking about. I'd really like to know what's going on here. Can you bring something up? And then when they slam a door, or okay, you're getting scratch, or when you get a door slammed, or you're something
Throwing a brick at your head.
Yeah.
I had to go there, didn't we?
Yep.
That one hurt.
Yes.
When they do start getting loud, that's when I've also noticed when things start getting like we're talking on a Phasma box or a spirit box, and something loud and mean comes through. People have a tendency to get loud and mean back.
Mm-hmm.
Calm your voice down. Take a deep breath and talk to them again. A lot of times what you're getting is them being angry. You can calm that situation. That goes with, that's a life situation there.
Right.
You can calm it down.
Or you get some that they're listening to the Phasma box and it's coming across and they're like, oh, it just said my name. Whoa.
Oh, there it is. We got 1 minute left, y'all. I want to thank you guys. Actually, we should have, yeah, we got about a minute left. I want to thank you guys.
Thank you.
It was an
Thank
awesome
you.
show. Michelle, we miss you. Tristan,
Yes, miss
get
you.
well. I want to
Tristan.
thank everybody that's out there, all the Christinas
Todd.
and Todd. What's up, Todd? And to the nurses that are taking care of Tristan, we're
Yeah.
sorry. Please accept our most humble apology at this point in time. To all the Christinas that are out there, Jamie, Tina, everybody that was here tonight, thank you for the interaction. Thank you for being on live with us. Love you guys. You guys be safe. To all the soldiers again out there, keep your head down, please. Come home safe.
Yes.
We'll you've got a family to come home to. We'd like you to come home and be with them. If you want to check out our sponsor, go to, what is it? Don't look at me.
1889 McIntyre Villa, I believe that's what it is.
Michelle's going to put it on here. I know she's watching.
Yeah.
She's going to type.
Don't forget to tune in.
Yeah, next
week.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday, we'll be right back here. We'll
Yeah.
post out there what our topic is. We're still kind of working on that stuff. Jamie's and you guys, Melissa, be safe. Keep between the ditches. I know you got a Jeep. That doesn't mean you can go in the ditch.
And
Love
make
you.
sure you keep your top on on your Jeep when it
I
rains.
was like, where is this going?
I'm in for the Jeep.
Wow, that's a way to end the show.
Whoops.
Thanks, guys, and we'll
Bye.
see you in
In
the
the
dark.
dark.
I meant